They say exhaustion can make you see things, but what Daniel Grayson saw that night was far beyond the reach of sleep-deprived imagination. He was just trying to outrun the storm, 10 hours deep into a lonely road trip, when the rain turned violent, hammering his windshield until he could barely see. That S, when it appeared through the mist, a flickering red vacancy sign and the shadowy silhouette of a decaying roadside motel called the Hollow Pines Inn. The place looked like it had been abandoned for years. Windows boarded, paint peeling, but something about the way the sign pulsed like a heartbeat pulled him in. The lobby was coated in thick dust and smelled like mold and burnt wood. Still, the moment Daniel stepped inside, the rusty service bell rang by itself, and a single key room 206 slid across the counter as if pushed by an invisible hand. No one was there. No lights, no staff, just an overwhelming sense that something was very, very wrong. He should have left. He should have run, but tiredness convinced him otherwise. The hallway leading to his room felt like it stretched endlessly, lined with doors that seemed to breathe literally inhale and exhale. When he entered room 26, the air dropped 10 degrees. The walls were stained with something dark and sticky, and a mirror across the bed was shattered, but only in the center, as if something had come through it. As Daniel lay on the stiff mattress, trying to sleep, the whispers started low at first, just noise behind the walls. But then they said his name. Not once, not twice, dozens of times, and not in one voice in many. Some old, some young, so distorted they didn't sound human. Daniel, Daniel, Daniel. He sat up, heart pounding, but when he reached for the lamp, the bulb exploded in a flash of sparks. Darkness swallowed the room, and then, in the corner, something moved. A tall, faceless silhouette slowly stepped forward. It didn't walk, it floated. Daniel blinked him suddenly. It was right beside his bed, whispering directly into his ear. He screamed and ran for the door. But as he sprinted down the hallway, every door he passed swung open violently. Inside each room were people motionless, pale, mouths wide open in eternal screams, their eyes black holes dripping blood. He made it to the exit. Through the door, open, and found himself standing back inside room 26, except this time he wasn't alone. The room was full of the figures, shadows, faces, whispering, laughing, reaching. They pulled him down into the floor. And just like that, he was gone. Vanished. No trace, no sound, no breath left behind. Weeks later, his car was found idling by the highway, headlights still on, but where the Hollow Pines Inn once stood was nothing but a rotted foundation, blackened by fire burned down over 30 years ago. After a guest went missing in room 26, the town sealed off the land, called it cursed. But on stormy nights, travelers still report seeing a red vacancy sign glowing faintly through the trees, and sometimes, just sometimes, they hear a voice whisper their name. If you ever hear your name whispered in the dark, don't look back. If you made it this far, you're braver than most. But the question is, would you survive a night in room 26? Drop a comment with "I survived 26" if you made it to the end. Like if this story gave you chills, subscribe for more spine-tingling tales, and hit the bell icon before it rings. On its own, sleep tight. If you can,